Every time I go on YouTube, I look at the featured and the most popular sections on YouTube. All I see is bullshit. That's all I see. Bullshit that's getting more views and all the important things that everyone should be watching and discussing right now. Videos such as the G20 police state in Toronto and the oil spill deserves more attention than, say, some guy singing Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate rain, a baby born will die before the sin.
But no, people would rather be watching Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and all this other bullshit that they put out on the mainstream media.
In a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened somewhere today.
Every day on TV, you are revealed unimportant and in many cases, false information, only to keep you from getting out of line and to prevent you from asking questions.
Okay, Surf Junkie here. I've got my local weather report. Now, I've told you guys before the media was going to downplay this. And I had another video when I first started noticing it on the weather maps when the news reporter was standing in front of what looked like the oil spill covered in a storm, and they never talked about it. If y'all don't remember it, it'll be the second link down. So I want y'all to watch and tell me if you see anything funny when they talk about this tropical storm.
To the north and northwest, highs in the low 90s, about a 40% storm coverage for your Tuesday once again. Well, landfall is looking like overnight wind.
Okay, so if y'all remember my last video, I showed y'all how the storm was going over the state and around, over the state and around, over the state and around. They didn't say nothing about it. They're going to go right from this video where they're blocking out the whole state of Florida into the track, and then they're going to tell you how we have rain coming from a weather system pushing this way. The disinformation is proof. Everything that everybody said on the internet is not proof because it's unconfirmed sources and it comes from here and it comes from there. This is the my local news complicit in the cover-up of this toxic rain. Watch how they talk about it. Watch how they spin it. This is criminal.
Wednesday, northern Mexico, possibly deep south Texas. Here are the sea surface temperatures. Remember, any tropical system needs that warm water to get organized. It's been sitting over some of the cooler shelf waters that are right up here along the Texas and Mexico coast here. So it's going to get out over some hotter water.
Notice they showed the track. They're really trying to downplay any chance of where it's at. Y'all remember from my last maps.
Intensity. So we're getting up close to that Cat 2 range for landfall in northern Mexico. Lower 80s along the coastline.
Here comes the bullshit.
Will probably not be enough.
This is where your rain is coming from, folks, not the storm. Don't worry.
And right up until landfall, it's going to be moving away from us. But some moisture interacting with this front, middle and late week, does mean higher rain chances here in Central Florida.
There it is.
For the weekend, though,
there it is. Absolutely criminal. Pass this around to everybody. This is more proof than anything that they're trying to kill us.
Sponsored by many profitable corporations, the media only releases information those organizations allow them to cover. Freedom of the press, my ass. In reality, it's the big corporations that tell you what to think by watching the mainstream. They wouldn't put out anything that may hinder their profit goal, even at the cost of human lives and environmental damage. The people that watch this mainstream garbage are deluded from the real issues that threaten their world. Issues that people would rise against and take action if it impacted them personally. Most people don't want to deal with reality, so they resort to distracting themselves by entertaining themselves through television, drugs, partying, anything that gives them a brief moment of thought that tells them that they are free, in a society where freedom cannot exist. This is what keeps people powerless in a power-hungry world. People aren't productive, people aren't serious, and people just don't care.
You know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Let me ask you this. Will you care if police arrested you or anyone else in your local area without warrant, without reason, only to take away that person's freedom. Would you care if your water supply was poisoned? If there was toxic rain spilling on your home? Would you care if an oil company started drilling for oil in your backyard? Let me tell you something. This giant blue ball we all live on is everyone's home, and we let people destroy this wonderful place we call Earth. This planet is everyone's home, and it's time we start to learn how to share it. We are just a huge family of 7 billion plus people. It's time to start caring about our family and our home.
When I hear that word, violence, I think about those hundreds and thousands of lives lost as a result of G8, G20 actions. I also think about the local violence, and I'm not talking about broken glass. I mean broken skin and bones of activists on streets. I mean the use of tear gas and rubber bullets without provocation or warning. I mean preemptive nighttime raids without warrants, mass arrests and detention without access to legal counsel and without charge. The state violence that we witnessed on the streets of Toronto is a microcosm of the global workings of the G8 and the G20. This bait and switch, putting the spotlight on property damage in place of violence against people's bodies, lands, rights, and livelihoods, is an act of violence in itself.
I'm not here to tell you that having a good time is a bad thing. I'm here to tell you to wake up. Our lives are at stake in this mad world, and it's time to get serious. No one is going to save us. We must save ourselves.